have the Thing poster. I don't know if you have it on camera, but he's got the poster from the movie The Thing.
Yes.
And
John Carpenter's
The Thing, which is still one of the most shockingly great movies ever.
Oh, man.
And that poster was done overnight by Drew Struzan. That piece of art right there.
Overnight.
He did in 24 hours because they needed it in 24 hours. And he had to come up with a concept, do this, do that, and execute on it. And it's one of the most brilliant posters.
It is, because it's so ambiguous, but like dark.
Yes. Well, I've also noticed that one hand is flexed like this, and one hand is reaching for you. It sort of suggests that the Thing doesn't know it's the Thing at that moment. Just like in the movie, that the copies, you get the sense that the copies of the people are not aware that they're copies until a mouth springs out of their chest. They're like, whoa!
That's true.
So one hand is like a victim, one hand is reaching for you.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
And I asked Drew, I'm like, why did you do that? He's like, I don't know, just felt right. He didn't have time to think. I don't know why I did it.
Drew?
I do.
You seen him at cons?
Yeah. Well, no, I know him personally through Frank Darabont. Drew actually did a poster for Being Human as a favor to me.
And you were on that for a couple of years.
Yeah. I was that Being Human was went 4 years, and Drew. This is kind of funny. Since I would only say this on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast, but since we're talking like about, people say things on this that they just should never say. So
I think people just open up and,
right.
Whatever.
So here's something that has never been publicly told. SiFi at the time was trying to do a bunch of different stuff. Being Human was coming out with our third season, and the material was really strong. I felt like we didn't have as strong a second season, but our third season was really funny and really strong and really great. And all of our publicity budget was siphoned over to a new project they were doing. So there was no publicity. So I said to the cast, I'm like, guys, I can get Drew to do this. He offered to do it for a fraction. He says, you got to pay me something because, come on, I got to keep the lights on. But I'll not charge you anything near what I charge
for a poster
to paint a Being Human poster. And he'd already done a piece of art for me for free that was Being Human, just out of the goodness of his heart. I said, "Could you do a full poster?" He's like, "You have to understand the commitment that
How
I
much?
have to make."
Let me guess. He gave you a discount. I'm guessing 10,000.
It was a little bit more than 10,000. It was a lot less than 30,000.
25,000.
It was 20.
20,000.
Yeah.
Did you ask the cast members to chip in?
No. What I did was this. I said, cast members, if I gave you a bunch of Drew Struzan posters, would you sign them? And they said, yes. I'm like, great. I'll sell those to make the money back. And that way we get a publicity piece for our season 3. And Drew, who usually charges astronomical prices way, way, way higher than that, I said, Drew, would you do this? And he said, yeah, okay, I'll do it for that. So he gave me the sweetheart price.
Jeez.
And then spent weeks doing this.
Was it great?
I loved it.
Now, did you get your money back?
Oh, yes.
So you sold them at cons?
Yeah.
And people bought them. How many did you have?
I can't remember. I have a few left. I sell them on Etsy now. Like $80 each, something like that.
$80, that's it? So you just made copies?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I made these sort of prints, the really high quality prints, and the cast signed all of them. And I still sell these on Etsy and stuff. So I have some left.
So you're the one who paid all of it?
I paid the $20,000, yeah.
And so have you made your money back?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
That's ballsy and cool.
Yeah, well, I had to come up with something. I'm like, we're not publicizing what's so far our best season.
Did the publicist or publicity department really like it and use it?
Yeah, they did a little bit, but they didn't use it as much as I'd like because I think they were a little embarrassed that the actor is paying his own money.
Yeah, because you guys aren't doing shit.
Dude, so I remember going into a meeting with SiFi and we presented the poster and it was gorgeous. It was legitimately gorgeous. And I remember the execs at SiFi, they're like, well, you have to understand, Sam, we want to open up the possibility that we use this photo shoot that we did for season 3 that we are really proud of. We're really proud of these photos. And I'm like, these photos right here? They're like, yeah. Well, I put together that shoot too, guys. Because I did. I organized a photo shoot because we didn't even have so much as a photo shoot.
They really didn't invest.
They didn't do anything. So I pointed at the photos.
I'm
like, you like those photos? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I did that. That was something I organized with the cast. And so I'm like, so this poster, you understand? I'm like, see these? I'm like, and I open a few photos for them. I'm like, see these photos? Interesting how they're in the same position as in the poster. This is reference for the poster, guys. I put together a photo shoot that doubled as reference to give to Drew so he could make the poster. So
They were embarrassed again.
probably not the best move on my part.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Because were they?
I said it with a smile.
Right. Yeah. By the way, I got to ask. It's a Rosenbaum question. I
Sure.
always think.